Hey, what's up, moviegoers, and welcome to yet again another Wednesday movie reviews, Classic Tuesdays. Today's Classic Tuesdays is on Meet the Parents, a 2000 remake comedy off of a 1992 movie of the same name. Although the previous one consists of a totally different set of actors and actresses and director. This version is directed by Jay Roach, and it stars Robert De Niro as Chuck Barnes, Ben Stiller as Gaylord Greg Fokker, Terry Polo as Pam Barnes, and Life, don't really know how to pronounce that first name, Danner as Dina Barnes. Meet the Parents is the start of a trilogy that covered, I forget how many exactly, but somewhat years ago, ended with the movie Little Fockers. And it's basically a classic, anything that could possibly go wrong will go wrong type thing during a scenario of having a weekend with the in-laws. And seeing as it's one of those type of movies, one of the main things I'm going to be focusing on during this review is about the funny scenarios that comes up during this. Scenario 1 is right off the start, actually. The character Greg Fokker is, well, of course, as you can see, with his name, Gaylord Fokker. Of course, it's not going to look good on a wedding certificate. To make matters worse, he is a male nurse, which is looked down on due to the fact that shows that he's either too lazy to, get either too lazy or not smart enough to rise up to the ranks of doctor. Which even that would be not as I looked up upon as if he was like a specialist of any kind, so just a regular doctor. And when trying to convince parents about to give their blessing about marrying a daughter, that is definitely going to work against the person who's trying to get that blessing. The second one is a difference of religion. Well, the Fockers have the character Gaylord Fokker's parents, who will actually be introduced within the second installment. I've trained him up to be a Jew. The Barneses are Christian, and thus religious opinions are get into the way. And then you have all the, and that's just the thing about the, that's just the beginning things with the character Greg Fokker. Yeah, I have not even started the list of the stuff that happens just by accident. That is completely disastrous. Which I should actually start now. That list includes, and probably is not limited to, a broken toilet, getting flushed, causing sewage to be flooding the backyard. A fire starting due to a unfixed wire starting a fire from some leaves on the gutters, coming down to the point of burning the wedding altar of the sister of the girl who Greg Fokker is trying to marry. And of course, spreading also to trees, and of course the leaves, and other stuff within the backyard. The sister, having gotten a black eye due to a volleyball accident by Greg. And to make matters worse, the father-in-law to be is shown to be a CIA member. I think that was it. About FBI, CIA. Anyhow, and it's shown not to be trusting of Greg Fokker at the start, which only gets worse when he pulls a lie detector test on him. And things like about marijuana being smoked, which he finds as figures to be a sign of weakness. A thing about breast sections, which a poor as seen in a magazine and given a poor excuse about using such things for milking a cat. Pretty obviously. Coming up. And as I said, this list includes this stuff, but is not limited to just this stuff. I'm just giving a few examples. And even though this list of things that went wrong that I give as examples of may spoil the movie a tiny bit, because like what's happens bad, and in some cases how it happens. It doesn't really spoil much of the movie. There's still a lot of laughs to get from this. And I would have to say that there's a whole lot of more humorous stuff to be found in things like the Hangover movies and stuff like the Dictator, the scary movies and stuff. This comedy is also gets. This comedy is really good for one that is a family comedy, and even little brothers or sisters could even watch. And is very hilarious for being within, I think, a PG boundary. PG-13 boundary. But anyhow, due to this, it is hard to compare to the other movies that I listed that are not so much family comedies as this, and cannot be compared to those, but as we look at as, compared to other family comedies. And as for that, it is magnificently well done. As one of those, but as looking at it that way, I'd have to say that on a scale of 1 star being poor and 5 stars being excellent, I'd have to give this movie a solid 5 stars. I am still looking for more content to add to a tell news section, so if there's not one of those tomorrow, then stay tuned as have a first genre Thursday within a long time, unless other plans come into play. And until then, have a great rest of the afternoon, and I'll catch you either tomorrow or Thursday. See you, moviegoers.